Hello, this is Sticky Rice, and thanks for watching my video. So, are you someone who's trying to get into a PharmD school? Are you currently stressed? Or are you worried? Or are you anxious about your ability to get in? If once an ESL student can get into a PharmD school, you don't have to worry about them. Let's throw them out. Alright, so I'm just going to share how an ESL like me got into a PharmD school in Canada, given the fact that the average wage for pharmacists is $45 per hour. I think it's a great achievement that I received given where I came from. So I'm just going to share with you what up the chances of me getting into a PharmD school in Canada. So, the first one is about experience. You have to create your own life story that is unique from other people. For example, for me, I really enjoyed traveling and I really enjoyed gaining new experiences. Maybe that's why I couldn't keep a job for more than a year for the longest time. But anyhow, well, the tendency to wanting to explore had led me to live abroad for about 1 year. During that time, I actually worked at a World Expo as a translator. And during this time, I've gained such a good experience meeting so many different people from over 150 countries around the world. Just meeting people like policemen, teachers, a guy from Canada somewhere. I think it was from Saskatchewan, which is a province that I've never been to. Anyhow, and also I also met their representatives from each country, so like even prime ministers and ministers, and I just helped them look around the tour site that I was located in. Yeah, so from this experience, I actually had a lot to talk about on my application, and also, if I met someone from the pharmacy, I could share about my experiences at the World Expo, and people found this interesting because not many people are willing to travel abroad to have that kind of experience. So this is just one example. You can build your own. So if you love traveling, then travel. If you're passionate about surfing, then write about surfing. If you're passionate about something, I don't know, music or any other thing, share about it, because that's what the pharmacy school looks for, is the diversity of experience and different minds coming together and helping to advance the pharmacy industry in Canada. So yeah, create your own story, gain more experience. Second one is think about bigger issues and share them. Basically, at the World Expo, obviously there are many stories that I could talk about. One being a conflict with, say, a coworker. But I could also talk about what was underlying the World Expo. Basically, when I was at the World Expo, I was asked to wear this skimpy dress that was a mini skirt above my knees, and I had to wear, I don't know how many, 5 inches tall of a high heel when I was actually translating for somebody, which doesn't make sense because guys who were working there were in their jeans or in their comfy pants with runners, or something that came out of from naturalizer. So that didn't really make sense to me because I'm as qualified as them. I had the same kind of degree as the men, but I was asked to wear this weird clothes that I would never wear in my daily life. I don't wear heels. So So essentially, it's another story that I could share with my pharmacy school. It's the fact that, I regret the fact that I didn't speak up during those times, whereas I should have, and also what I'm gonna do next time if something like this happens. So that's essentially what I put on my application. Rather than talking about how I resolve a conflict with one coworker, I actually talked about an issue that was bigger than just me and someone else. It was about the underlying societal issue that women are expected to wear and behave certain ways. And I think this really was a plus point on my application. So also for you, you could talk about, say, multiculturalism, diversity, racism, sexism, or anything that really opens other people's mind about these issues as well. And, oftentimes pharmacists want to hear about them and want to learn more about them. So to try that. Number 3. You have to learn what you don't know. So for example, when I was growing up, I didn't actually like reading that many books, to be honest. So I realized that for pharmacy interview, you were asked a lot about ethics questions, and I had no idea what ethics was. So what I did is I actually Googled some YouTube videos of this guy named Michael. What is his name? Michael Sandel from Harvard. So he basically shares his lecture videos about justice, and this is a great way to start if you have no idea what ethics is and how to answer really, really difficult questions regarding ethics. Then you should definitely watch him. I've religiously followed his YouTube video and watched it and practiced my answers about like 1 month before my MMI. MMI is the mini, what is it? Mini, I don't know. Some kind of interview. And basically this helped me to, prepare for the MMI. Number 4. You have to practice. Well, especially for me, with the language barrier, I had to practice my answers really thoroughly. I've done that, religiously. There's that word again. For like 3 hours every day, just to correct my answers and have many different MMI scenarios. There's many of them on Google, and there's a book about it as well. So I read the question and then I practiced on my own. For hours every day, 1 month prior to my MMI. This really, 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 really helps. You have to practice. Practice does make perfect. I mean, even in like MMI setting, you're super nervous, so you sometimes black out. But if you practice, then your answers come out pretty automatically. So it's a really good way to prepare for the MMI. Number 5 is help out and make friends. So before the MMI, there are a bunch of pharmacy applicants who gather together and practice the MMI. And I noticed that, some people are not really willing to share their resources and, how they think that they can get into pharmacy school. I've noticed that there's a lot of competition and hesitancy to help out each others. But for me, I just thought, I might be able to see them when I'm in pharmacy school. So why don't I just help them out? So basically, whatever resources I had, I share with my enemies, quote, and just look for a way to grow together. And essentially, we're in the profession of pharmacy because we want to help patients to obtain their optimal health. So, in the same way, you have to practice this kind of behavior or mindset in other settings as well, even if it's dealing with your competitors. So, just be willing to help out and be friends because I believe in karma. I believe in reaping what you sow. So just be willing to help each other out, make friends, not enemies, and grow together. And this is how you can actually go farther in life. But if you go alone, you only can go short. So that's all I have to say. I hope it helped a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, or if you're someone who entered into a professional school and you have your own tips, please feel free to share on the comment down below. Thank you. Bye.